Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You're all here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there's probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you're arrested on a new charge or a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of release that will be imposed upon you. You are entitled to have a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire one, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you this morning. You're entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your counsel know who you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to get that phone call yet, please let me know. Make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. All right, put your hands down as I call your name. Please come forward. Alicia Cooper. Can I have your date of birth?
7/13/88.
Okay, it looks like you had something going on in Pasco County. It's a failure to appear on a misdemeanor case. It looks like it might be a misdemeanor petty theft. They have a bond amount of $513. We're going to keep that bond amount. If you're unable to bond out, we'll get you over to Pasco County within the next 5 days. When you get to Pasco County, you can ask for a lawyer, ask for a court date. You can take care of the case that day or just ask to lower the bond, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Bridget Eisenhart. Can I have your date of birth?
25/87.
All right, you are here today for an organized fraud charge. Your bond amount is $2,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Please.
Okay, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. I see that you're out on bond on a felony case right now, 2019 CF-1290, a possession of controlled substance, 3 times of that, and a possession of paraphernalia. So there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you're out on bond, so I'm going to revoke your bond on 2019 CF-1290. We'll see you back to court on all of your cases on November 1st at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt, okay?
Thank you.
Laura Finch. Can I have your date of birth?
6/27/80.
All right. You are here because there's a writ of bodily attachment filed against you indicating that you are in arrears on your child support. Apparently there was a hearing held in last November where Judge Eiman found that you had the ability to pay. You were supposed to pay $150 on November 5th, $150 on November 15th, and then $600 on December 14th. You failed to do so, so that is why you are here today. So right now the cash purge that you can get out of jail if you pay $670. Are you working right now?
I was starting on Monday, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to hire me now.
What kind of work were you going to be doing?
It was online. It was it was in sales. I was with you last year, and I got my license back. I did everything. I don't know if you remember me.
Okay.
I was, paid accordingly and did everything.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember.
Well, I'm not saying that you're unforgettable, but no, I don't remember. So, when was the last time you worked?
I was working up until, I just got hired on Monday.
When was the last time you worked before that?
It had been 6 months.
Doing what?
Waitressing.
All right, so why are you not waitressing anymore?
The restaurant closed.
Okay, and you couldn't find any other waitressing jobs?
Well, due to the economy, it closed down.
And you couldn't find any other waitressing jobs?
I was looking. That's why I have it.
Okay, how much money can you come up with in order to get out of jail?
The problem is my family has moved to New York. I can't even get a hold of anybody because I don't even have my cell phone. I don't have any numbers or anything like that. So I don't even know who to call.
All right. Well, I mean, that's a problem because I'm finding that you have the ability to pay the purge. You're physically fit. You're able to waitress. You're able to go out and pretty much get any type of employment. You have chosen not to. Thereby choosing not to pay your child support, and you have someone out there who's taking care of your kid who can't do it for free. So I need to find that you have the ability to pay, and I need to find an amount that you can come up with. So if you want to help me out with that, or you want me just to come up with an amount on my own.
I mean, I could speak with my family as long as I can get a hold of them, but the problem is I can't get on to my phone. My phone's at home. They arrested me at my house. I mean, if you give me a deadline, I will have it paid.
Well, you're going to sit in jail until you have something paid. I mean, you had a deadline. Judge Heineman gave you a deadline, and you refused to follow it. You haven't had any contact with the judge or anybody else.
I can't pay if I'm in jail.
You can't get out of jail until you pay. Do you understand?
Well, I don't.
Okay, so you're gonna have to do the 10 days jail then. You're gonna do 10 days jail or $100. Right now, you have the keys to the jail, and you can get out for $100. And then you might want to contact somebody to try to work this out. You're gonna be right back in jail again for not paying. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ashley Lumpkin.
Stop talking.
Can I have your date of birth?
1/22/1984.
Okay, you were here today for a violation of probation. There's no bond on that violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Toner on October 3rd. We're going to keep you held no bond until you appear back in court on November 6th at 8:30. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Please.
Okay, someone will reach out to you soon, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Vonda Naylor. Can I have your date of birth?
1/02/77.
You were here today for a violation of an injunction. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, yes.
Appoint the Public Defender's
May
Office.
I say something, please?
I wouldn't talk about the facts of your case, okay? You have a lawyer, and that lawyer's going to do that for you, okay?
Okay.
All right. I need to order that, again, that you have no contact with Darren, don't have any contact with him whatsoever, do not go within 500 feet of his residence, employment, school, or vehicle, no text messaging or social media contact whatsoever.
Yes, Judge. She failed to appear last year on a no valid driver's license. She just resolved that case a couple weeks ago. Out of West Virginia, she had a 2000 child abuse that was dismissed. 2003 out of Virginia, she had an assault and battery and a destruction of property that she was found guilty on, and then there was another battery that was there was no cost.
Okay, right, I have an address here on Ceylon Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
I was living there, but I'm living with Michael and Donna Perez right now.
Okay. All right. Do you have
And I like to return there if I can.
Do you have a job?
Now I'm doing SSI.
Okay.
I get 771.
Okay. All right. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. Okay. And I don't really care where you live as long as you're not anywhere near Darren. So you can't be anywhere near Darren or where Darren lives. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. We'll see you back in court on November 6th at 9 o'clock, okay?
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Christina Parker Carter. There he is. Can I have your date of birth?
12/31/74.
Looks like you have some things going on in Alachua County. You have a failure to appear on a case where the bond is $5,000. We're going to keep that $5,000, and then you have a petty theft. Also looks like out of Alachua County, the bond amount on that is $2,000, and we're going to keep that at $2,000. So Alachua County will probably come and get you sometime within the next 5 days, get you over there. When you get over there, you can ask for a lawyer, ask for a court date, and you can ask them to reduce the time, okay? If for some reason they don't come get you, their folks out at the jail will bring you back in front of me, and we'll figure out what the holdup is, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Could I please request a phone call? I haven't had a phone call.
If you haven't had a phone call today, you absolutely need a phone call, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Joanne Turner? Ms. Turner, you're right here today for a violation of probation. It looks like it's out of Pasco County on a felony possession of a controlled substance. So there's no bond on that violation of probation. Pasco County is going to come get you within the next 5 days. If for some reason they don't come get you, the folks at the jail will bring you back in front of me and we'll figure out what the holdup is, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Robert Anthony? Can I have your date of birth?
11/25/91.
You are here today for a violation of community control. There's no bond on that. We're going to keep that no bond until you appear back in front of Judge Merritt on October 29th at 9 a.m. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Sure.
Join the Public Defender's Office and see you back to court then, okay?
Okay.
Kevin Campbell? Can I have your date of birth?
8/19/70.
All right, you are here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Toner in June of this year. Typically, there's no bond on a violation of probation. He's giving you a bond of $3,500 cash, so if you can come up with that money, you can get out of jail. I assume that might be funds that you owe for your probation. I'm not sure. But we're going to keep that as the bond amount. If you're unable to pay that bond amount, we'll see you back to court on November 6th at 8:30 in the morning. Did you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Sure.
All right, we'll go ahead and do that. Thank you. Jason Coulter? Can I have your date of birth?
6/20/89.
You were here today for a burglary of a dwelling. Your bond amount is currently $10,000. It's based on a warrant signed on October 4th, so there's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes.
White Public Defender's Office, Steve?
Your Honor, it looks like he was just released from prison on June 28th. He went in on October 25th, 2018. And that was on a violation of probation for uttering a forged bill. That was 2018. In 2017, he had a trespass. In 2013, he had a failure to appear. Violation of probation from 2016. Also, looks like there was earlier in 2016 another violation of probation. 2015 there was a battery second offense. In 2016 a possession of a controlled substance. 2015 driving on a suspended license, also a violation of probation, a battery. 2014 disorderly conduct, driving on a suspended license. He was in prison from June of 2009 to February of 2010. 2008 there was a violation of probation, license plate not attached. Another violation of probation, grand theft. (2007) battery. And then looks like out of Georgia in 2012 he had a driving on a suspended license. It doesn't show a disposition. And then in 2010 out of New York there was unlawful fleeing a police officer in a motor vehicle. And that's all I show.
Okay. Mr. Coulter, I don't have an address for you. Do you have an address here in Hernando County?
No.
Okay. How long have you been here for?
6-7 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
Your bond's gonna be $20,000. We'll see you back to court on November 6th at 8:30 in the morning, okay? Tyler Figueredo Curtis.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can I have your date of birth?
June 3rd, 1994.
Alright. You are here today for violating an injunction. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office. I see that you have a pending felony right now, 2019 CF 1861. It looks like that's for possession of drugs, a petty theft, possession of paraphernalia. So there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you were out on bond. So I'm going to revoke your bond in that case, and we're going to set both of your cases for 10/15. That's next week. So October 15th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt for both of your cases. You're entitled to a bond on this case. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000, and someone from the public defender's office should be out to talk to you soon. Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Stephen Genualdi. Can I have your date of birth?
6/27/89.
Okay, you were here today for a felony petty theft. Your bond is currently $2,000. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Hickson on August 7th. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office. State record.
Yes, Your Honor. It looks like he was in prison beginning in September of 2015. It does not have a release date, but that was for a grand theft, a violation of probation. In 2015, there was also a theft. He was released from, or he was admitted into prison in July of 2013. 2010, there was a violation of probation. He was in prison in March of 2010. 2009, violation of probation. 2008, violation of probation on a petty theft. 2007, we had another petty theft, it looks like. In 2007, a grand theft. In 2007, a grand theft of a motor vehicle.
Okay. So I have an address here on Coat Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
30 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Construction.
All right, I'm going to set your bond at $4,000. We're going to see you back to court on November 6th at 8:30 in the morning. Someone from the public defender's office will reach out to you soon. Caleb Johnson. Can I have your date of birth?
08/07/92.
You're here today for a criminal mischief charge. Found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
Want the public defender's office state?
Yes, Your Honor. Out of Florida, there's a 2014 possession of marijuana and possession of paraphernalia. In 2018, out of Wyoming, there was a disorderly conduct and a vandalism.
All right. I have an address here on Broad Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
For probably a year.
Okay, do you have a job?
Yes, I do.
What kind of work do you do?
I work up at Captain's Corner. I'm a cook and a bartender.
All right, I'm going to set your bond at $2,000. We'll see you back to court November 6th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Larry Morelli. Can I have your date of birth?
August 18th, 1995.
Okay, sir. I know you have a lot of cases going on right now. This looks like this just what happened was they figured out that some of your cases were committed while you were out on bond on other cases. So I'm really just here to advise you today that Judge Toner did an order of recommitment for you, has revoked some of your bonds, so you're not going to be able to bond out on your 2019 CF 269 case.
And
Okay?
Is that the new ones?
I'm not sure the order of them. All I know is that you are here so I can advise you of an order of recommitment signed October 4th by Judge Toner.
And Your Honor,
Okay, thank
tomorrow afternoon in front of Judge Toner, Mr. Morelli does have a hearing regarding this case.
I'm aware. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Michael Nutt. And I have your date of birth.
12/4/86.
You are here today for an organized fraud. Your bond amount is currently $2,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Appoint the public defender's office, Steve.
Yes, Your Honor. In 2017, there was a resisting without violence, possession of a controlled substance. Looks like that was recently resolved in July. In 2017, there was another resisting arrest without violence and a petty theft. In 2016, there was a petty theft and resisting an officer without violence. And then out of New Jersey in 2012, there was a disorderly conduct. In 2007, out of New York, there was a criminal possession of stolen property. 2007, a criminal impersonation of another person, and that's an unknown disposition. In 2008, grand larceny. 2008, petty larceny. Another petty larceny in 2008. 2010, forgery. 2014, criminal possession of a controlled substance. 2014, forgery. And that's all.
Okay. Mr. Knight, I have an address here on La Rose Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to set your bond at $4,000. Receive by court November 6th at 8:30 in the morning, okay? Anything else to put on record?
That's some states.